Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to show you some fantastic low post isolation basketball plays. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check out this first basketball play. Okay, so in this first play, we're going to have a high 1-4 offense. This is going to be going up against a man-to-man defense. And then from there, we're going to have player 4 setting a screen for player 5, and player 3 is going to be setting a screen for player 1. Now, at this time, we're going to have player 1, he could take that shot. That's obviously an option. However, we're also going to be having player 5 cut down into the low post where he could have an open layup, or what we're kind of also hoping for, if that doesn't happen, is for a mismatch to happen, them switching off that screen. Player 3 to pop out, player 4 to pop out. And now what we're going to have is player 5 down low in the low post against player 4, who should be a shorter player, for an easy post move or layup. Now that first play is very simple and very easy to run. Isolation plays are generally only ran against man-to-man defenses, and that's what's going to happen for the rest of this video. So let's get down to see the second play that I'm going to show you. So in this next play, what we're going to be having is player 5 setting a screen for player 1. Player 4 is going to be setting a screen out for player 2. Player 2 is going to use that screen, and player 1 is going to use that screen. He could obviously take that shot. However, player 5 is going to be rolling towards the basket. He could be open for a layup at this time. Now, what's going to happen as well is, let's say he's covered. We're now going to have player 5 continuing out, if he's not open, to set a back screen on player 3. Player 3 is going to be cutting down across the key and could be open for that layup. If he is, definitely hit him up. There's no reason not to. And then he's going to clear out towards the far side if he's not open. Next, we're now going to be having player 5 isolated in this low corner where he can go to work against his defender, and by this time, they could even have a defender that's switched off. This could quite conceivably be a player 5 against a small forward. So, definitely a great play to run and a great option to run as the kind of a last case scenario to get a nice easy shot after different players have cut across towards the rim. So this next play is a 1-3-1 offense. And what we're going to be having is player 3 setting a screen up top for player 1, and player 4 is going to be setting a screen for player 5. Player 1 is going to be using that screen. He could take that shot. That is an option. However, player 5 is going to be going down towards the low post where he could be open for an easy layup. Now, if he's not open, they switched off, or if they switched off, definitely give him the ball to try and score one-on-one. However, if they didn't switch off, what's going to happen now is player 2 is going to be going down towards that low corner, and we're going to be now having player 5 isolated in that low post. If he passes the ball down and passes the ball back to player 1, because let's say they came down to double team him, he can now go out, set a screen for player 4. Player 4 is then going to cut towards the rim. He could be open, or he can now be isolated, and we can try again in the low post. This is a great play to run if, for example, you only have 1 or 2 players who can score, who are tall, who are able to score close to the rim. Okay, so now in our final play that I'm going to show you today, what we're going to be having is player 5 setting a screen up for player 2. Player 2 is going to be using that screen, and he's going to be cutting across the key. He could be open for a layup. Now, if they switched off for even a second, player 2 is going to be popping out towards that side, and we're going to be having player 4 set a screen for player 1. Player 1 is going to use that screen. Player 2 is obviously going to be fighting through, but if they totally switch off, we now have player 2 or player 5 isolated against a guard. If they didn't switch off and they were able to fight through, what's going to happen now is either player 1 can take that 3-point shot, or we can have player 5 isolated against player 5, red. However, what you're going to be most likely seeing, at least at the younger age groups with this play, is for them to switch off, or against coaches who just like to run the switch defense, you're going to have a huge mismatch in the low post. Now, I hope that these plays help your team win more games in the low post. If they do, let us know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you guys again later on today for the second video of the day.